U of T was a especially strange place for me. The thing is, if you live in Trinidad and you hear about people leaving to go to university, literally everyone would say, I want to go to U of T. And why not? I mean, after all, U of T is now recognized as one of the top 20 universities in the world. Everyone wanted to get into U of T, and I was no exception. Both my sisters had gone and graduated from the Mississauga campus, and both said that they loved it there. Me being a bit more competitive, I wanted to get into the St. George campus. It is, after all, the one you see here and is pretty much the flagship to the university, simply because of its sheer size compared to the Mississauga and Scarborough campus. I mean, this freaking place has access to 4 or 5 subway stations, depending on how much you like walking. Other than that, I think it's obvious that I didn't get into the St. George campus, and instead, I was accepted at Mississauga. I could have gone there, but I decided to stay near St. George, thus I chose Ryerson University, and I wish I could say that I never looked back, but I did. I did a lot of looking back. See, St. George didn't just stand as a university to me. It stood as a different and almost new life that could have been if I tried harder, if I really tried harder. Oftentimes I would even think about a scenario in which I'm in St. George, talking to friends that I made so quickly and easily with my smooth and attractive Trinidadian accent. By the way, just a tip, that doesn't seem to work as much as I'd like it to. Other than that, I often wished and cursed myself during the first year of university in Ryerson, saying over and over, why am I here and not there? For the record though, I am actually very glad to be going to Ryerson University compared to that of St. George. The first time I actually went to the campus was when I was here for a dentist appointment. I was early, so I decided, since I'm in the neighborhood, let's see what this campus really has to it. So I walked over. And I walked, and walked, and walked. This campus is huge and has the most number of students in it compared to its other 2 campuses, with a whopping 58,286 enrolled students last recorded in the 2014 fall period, and that consists of students both worldwide and local. Upon walking these campus streets, the one thing that sort of jumped out to me, other than the size and how long it took just to get to the entrance, was just how old everything was. A few of these buildings have been here since the 1800s and really show the age on them, with their dark, gray, and oppressive feel to them. As I walked down this path, I also noticed something else. There are a lot of Chinese students here, especially compared to Ryerson, and that's no surprise when you hear that U of T's international students are in majority from China, with 7,328 Chinese international students that came here to study in the 2014 fall period. The significant number of people below that, by the way, are those from India, having only 715 students that came to study here. Trinidad, by the way, doesn't even show up on this list. The staggering number of Chinese people really made me feel like, wow, this should have been my home. This should have been where I was supposed to go, but I didn't go to this campus. I never had that second life that I dreamt up for myself in my head, and I had never realized just how happy I was in Ryerson, being surrounded by everyone of every culture, both Caribbean, Chinese, Korean, you name it. And to this day, I do still look back, but not on my second life that could have been, but on how lost and oppressed I felt when I first came to witness this campus in both its terrifyingly huge and awesome setting.